Welcome to New Sky TV. Hot news. Wang Kaimu and Wang Xiaoyi's new drama premieres. Within 24 hours of its premiere, it garnered 67.91 million views, quickly climbing into the top 5 of both the Hongguo and New Drama charts. At midnight yesterday, the Republican-era short drama The Boss's Wife, A Beauty in the Flames of War officially launched on the Hongguo platform. This turbulent-era romance drama, starring Wang Xiaoyi and Wang Kaimu, achieved a popularity score of 67.91 million within 24 hours of its premiere, instantly securing a top 5 position on both the Hongguo platform's trending and new drama charts. Even before its premiere, the drama demonstrated its potential to be a hit, with over 1.84 million pre-orders, ranking among the top dramas awaiting release. As a major release in the last week of 2025, it, along with The Ladies Special Treatment 3, The General's Son-in-Law and Red Phoenix, forms Hongguo platform's year-end short drama trio, igniting viewers' enthusiasm for drama during the cold winter. The Boss's Wife, A Beauty in the Flames of War marks the first collaboration between Wang Xiaoyi and Wang Kaimu. Set in 1931 Shanghai, this drama blends elements of gangsterism, revenge, espionage, and romance amidst chaos. Wang Xiaoyi plays Yan Xin, an ordinary textile worker whose life plunges to rock bottom after being betrayed by her father and fiancé. Wang Kaimu plays Jing Yuan's Heo, the leader of the Qinglong gang, a cold and domineering character. After being rescued by the female lead while being hunted, he believes she is his destiny. In the drama, he is both her protector and mentor, teaching her survival skills and helping her rise to power. It was during these 3 months that Yan Xin's life was completely rewritten. From a textile worker who initially dared not even touch a gun, to a sister-in-law who could hold her breath in the dark and decisively pull the trigger, her transformation was not instantaneous, but rather the result of repeated falls and repeated rises. The blood and sweat on the training field, the humiliation after failure, and the questioning gazes of others were all swallowed by her. She learned not how to kill, but how not to be swallowed up in a chaotic world. And Jing Yuan's Heo's training of her was not simply protective favoritism. He was cold, strict, and even cruel, yet at crucial moments he repeatedly handed the power of choice to Yan Xin, teaching her to judge, take responsibility, and make sacrifices. This relationship was not only that of teacher and student, but also that of allies, and an inevitable path before reaching a point of equal strength. That is why, when the gunshot rang out on their waiting day and Jing Yuan's Heo fell in a pool of blood, death seemed particularly deadly. After Jing Yuan's Heo's death, Yan Xin did not collapse. Donning the powerful Chong Sam of a matriarch, she suppresses her tears and navigates the complexities of gangsters, business guilds, and the Japanese puppet regime. Every smile is a blade, every bow is a calculated move. She is no longer someone pushed along by fate, but begins to control it. What truly captivates the audience is this transformation from the redeemed to the player. Yan Xin's ruthlessness isn't innate, but rather forced upon her by the world. Her composure isn't artlessness, but a consequence of her inability to afford further defeat. As the truth gradually surfaces, as the secrets behind death are peeled back layer by layer, this love story in a chaotic world transcends mere love, becoming an ultimate showdown of beliefs, power, and self-rebirth. This is why the Madam, A Beauty in the Flames of War keeps viewers hooked, episode after episode, because you can never predict whether the next turn will lead to a reunion or an even more devastating blow. And this is why every move Yan Xin makes feels so satisfying. She didn't rely on luck to turn the tide, rather, she relied on calm and precise judgment to send those who had trampled on her back into the abyss. Casinos were shut down, brothels were closed, gang rules were rewritten, and for the first time, the gang, which had previously only recognized fists and bloodshed, began to acknowledge a woman's skill and decisiveness. When she personally sent away the deranged second male lead who had sided with the Japanese, the audience didn't see the thrill of revenge, but the collapse of an old order. Even more striking is that the drama didn't portray Yan Xin as a female version of the male lead. Her strength always came at a clear price: loneliness, vigilance, and the constant threat of being turned against by power. She learned to conceal her sharpness with a smile, and to be ruthless when necessary. In chaotic times, there are no saintly figures, only those who survive deserve dignity. Jing Yuan's Heo's fake death wasn't just a simple plot twist, but a final, extreme push for Yan Xin. He pushed her to the very center of power, allowing her to grow truly without support. When the two stand side by side again, it's no longer a case of he protecting her looking up to him, but rather two kings standing side by side, wielding their chess pieces. This evenly matched relationship is precisely the emotional core of The Boss's Wife, A Beauty in the Flames of War, which is so captivating. The sincerity in its production also adds weight to this chaotic struggle. Gunfire under the dim streetlights, chases in rainy alleyways, and the cold glint of a Chong Sam swaying with each step, all these constantly amplify the cruelty of the era. It makes the audience believe that this is not a romanticized era, but a bottomless abyss where one wrong step leads to utter ruin. As the 81 episodes unfold, you'll find that this is not just a simple feel-good drama, but an epic of growth wrapped in fast-paced storytelling. Yanzhen doesn't win love or power, but the right to no longer be manipulated by fate in a chaotic world. And this is precisely why The Boss's Wife, A Beauty in the Flames of War is truly so addictive. It is precisely this coexistence of hardcore and ambiguous design that elevates the overall viewing experience of the series. The action scenes are no longer just simple piles of fights, but are deeply intertwined with the characters' personalities. Every move Wang Xiaoyi makes carries a ruthlessness born of necessity. Her Chong Sam clings to her form, her steps are sharp, and her gun is raised decisively. That beautiful to the point of being dangerous aura allows the audience to truly feel for the first time, the power of women in the Republican era can be so sharp. She doesn't imitate male strength, but rather hides a knife within elegance, and is deadly in composure. Wang Kaimu's Jingyuan's Heo is equally compelling. As a gang leader, his ruthlessness isn't superficial rage, but a restrained coldness. A single glance can make people retreat, a single word can decide life or death. But in front of Yanzhen, his sharpness is quietly concealed, replaced by an extreme restraint and gentleness. This contrast prevents the character from becoming stereotypical and makes the emotions more convincing. As for the much-discussed kissing scene, it's more like an emotional trigger point in the characters' relationship. It's not vulgar or direct, but rather a blend of danger, desire, and trust. The kiss in the dream is an uncontrolled outpouring of repressed emotions. The discarding of daggers and guns is like a declaration. In this world full of danger, they are willing to lower their guard for each other. Sexiness doesn't rely on nudity, but on tension. The supporting characters are equally well developed. Aozu and Ling Shuang grow from bullied weaklings into companions who dare to take bullets and face death. Their sacrifices aren't mere sentimental manipulation, but the real price they pay for Yanzhen's throne. It is this blood and lives that underpin her later composure and decisiveness. The tragedy of Jingyuan's Heo's adoptive father is like a heavy blow. In chaotic times, ideals and humanity are never equal. His foresight in recommending the virtuous over relatives ultimately leads to his death from the backlash of blood ties, ironic and cruel. When the fates of all the characters become intertwined, the eldest sister, A Beauty in the Flames of War presents not just a love story or a tale of revenge, but a panorama of humanity in a chaotic world. The emotional development of the male and female leads is clearly layered. The early episodes depict their acquaintance and the initial struggles of their relationship. The middle episodes show Yanzhen gradually gaining acceptance within the gang and becoming their leader's wife, and the later episodes focus on her battles against the villainous second male lead. The intertwining of emotional storylines and political intrigue makes the characters' relationships more complex and multifaceted. Towards the end of the series, the story's scope shifts from personal vendettas to national and familial righteousness. This shift has been praised by viewers as a stroke of genius, elevating the script beyond the personal and significantly enhancing the work's ideological depth. The Boss's Wife, A Beauty in the Flames of War premiered on December 29th, during the most competitive period of the year and short drama market. On the same day, several other works, including The Elegant Lady and Transmigrating into the 80s, The Richest Husband's Development Plan, were also launched simultaneously on the Hongguo platform. These works, while diverse in subject matter, all emphasize elements of exhilaration, sweetness, and exhilaration. Despite this competitive environment, The Boss's Wife, A Beauty in the Flames of War still managed to stand out, garnering 67.91 million popularity points on its first day, proving that its content quality was recognized by the audience. Compared to Wang Kaimu's previous work, Dr. Kiao, I Want to Help You Collect Rent, Sister-in-Law, A Beauty in the Flames of War has achieved even greater popularity. This demonstrates the strong market appeal of combining a Republican-era theme with a cast of talented actors. While pursuing a fast pace, the short drama industry is also beginning to consider emotional depth and atmosphere. Sister-in-Law, A Beauty in the Flames of War, while retaining a compelling plot, emphasizes character development and value elevation, providing new ideas for short drama creation. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.